My name's John McQuiston. I go to Allegheny College. I'm a rugby team's new captain, and I would like to share something with you about myself. Did you know 1 out of every 4 college students suffers from some form of diagnosable mental illness? Or how about 19% of young people contemplate or attempt suicide each year? Yeah, some alarming stats, I thought. My fellow teammates recently voted me to be their captain because he's quote-unquote a great example of someone who leads by example. That meant so much to me to hear, but how can I ever reciprocate with describing the example I myself was first shown? The very example which made me their fearless leader. How can I depict the way I struggle with depression? Is the very way I have learned to overcome physical barriers when I'm about to tackle a guy twice my size. I can be sitting in a classroom full of students and a professor and be the only person in there, completely whisked away by an atmosphere that seems to permeate no one else around me. Sometimes it feels like the only way to escape hating the chair I'm sitting in is to just let my thoughts race around something that has nothing to do with my attempt at productivity. It can make schoolwork so close to impossible that I almost question my ability. I've had people say to me before, "How can you play such a brutal sport? Are games 80 minutes long? You don't wear any pads?" I've learned that all I can do more times than not is just nonchalantly defer to saying, "I don't know." As much as I probably convey having a hatred for any unfortunate player on the other team, I'm actually very unaware of them being in the same game as me. I'm only ever competing with myself on the field, and I believe that is how rugby has taught me ways of dealing with my bouts of depression as they come and go, as if they paid for beachfront property within my mind. Depression elicits a kind of pain that is so unlike any other. Its approach to pain is insidious. It's hideous. It has more ability to crush a given moment for me than I have at any moment of my own to make a good tackle, be a good leader, make good choices sometimes. Depression has the power to make me literally feel differently about a random situation, like there's a switch that turns on irrationally feeling remarkable anguish over absolutely nothing. Once I came to grips with the fact that I wasn't going crazy, I wasn't being melodramatic, I saw depression for being something that isn't the omega. I can deal with this. Ipso facto, playing rugby has taught me how to handle pain that I perceive as being real. It makes me feel so alive, so sober from an everyday life that almost none of my peers are aware of. I've tried to teach myself that the pain I experience from having bouts with depression is in my mind. That pain is just as real, just as mortal as the pain I feel when I play rugby.